Morning all. In the last class we started the variation of properties of the 13th group elements. Okay, in that boron is a non-metal, remaining is a metals. Remaining what elements is there? Aluminium, gallium, indium and thallium. These are the metals. Okay, we discussed the atomic radius and melting points and boiling points. Okay, ionization energies also we are discussed. Okay, now continuation. Boron has a high melting point because it exists as a gained molecular structure both in liquid and solid state. Okay, boron has high melting point. Boron is having high melting point and boiling point also. Okay, boron, why it is having the high melting point? Because of it is exist as a gained covalent molecular or polymer structure. Okay, gained covalent polymer. They will ask the questions in objective type questions. Which of the following is gained molecular structure? They will give the boron, aluminium, indium, thallium. So which is correct? Boron is correct. They will ask the question and which of the following is a non-metal? Boron, aluminium, gallium, indium, thallium. Which is a non-metal? Boron is a non-metal. So this type of questions in the exam they will ask. Okay. Melting point of gallium is very low because it contains the Ga2 molecule, diatomic molecule. That's why it is very low. Okay, now continuation. Gallium exists as a liquid between 29 degrees and 2000 degrees Celsius. So gallium is used in high temperature thermometry. These are the variation of properties. Continuation. Variation of properties. Continuation. Properties. Continuation. What is the next point? Here gallium exists as a liquid. Gallium Ga exists as a liquid. Okay, gallium exists as a liquid between 29.8 degrees Celsius and 2000 degrees Celsius. 2000 degrees Celsius means more temperature. It is a high temperature. So gallium is used in high temperature thermometry. So gallium is used in high temperature thermometry. Okay, thermometer, high temperature thermometer, we can use the gallium. Why? Because it exists as a liquid between 29 and 2000 degrees Celsius. So gallium is used in high temperature thermometry. High temperature thermometry. So gallium is used in the high temperature thermometry. And next point, in the down the group, electronegativity first decreases from boron to aluminium and then increases marginally. This is because of discrepancies in atomic sizes of the elements. Okay, this is because discrepancies in atomic size of the elements. Down the group, what happened? Electronegativity first decreases from which atom to which atom decreases? From boron to aluminum, and then increases marginally. After that increases. Down the group, electronegativity first decreases. Electronegativity we can write En. When you are writing notes, you can write the complete electronegativity. En means electronegativity. Electronegativity first decreases from boron to aluminium. From boron to aluminium. Okay, first decreases from boron to aluminium and then increases. Increases marginally. Okay, first decreases boron to aluminum, then after increases greatly. And next point, ionization enthalpy values. Okay, what happened ionization enthalpy order? Ionization energy having more boron, after that thallium, gallium and aluminium, indium. See the order, ionization energy order. The order of ionization enthalpy. Ionization enthalpy or ionization energy, both are same, don't confuse. Ionization enthalpy. The order of ionization enthalpy is, first one is a boron, then after thallium, then after gallium, then after aluminium, then after indium. Okay, which is having the more ionization enthalpy? Boron having the more ionization enthalpy. Then which element having the less ionization enthalpy? Indium having the less ionization enthalpy. Okay, and in the same way, electronegativity. Just now we are discussing about the electronegativity. The order of electronegativity. The order of electronegativity, En. Okay, En means electronegativity. Is first which element? Electronegativity also boron and thallium. Then after indium. Here above ionization enthalpy gallium is there, here indium. Then after gallium, then after aluminium. Okay, so least electronegative element in the 13th group elements, which element? Aluminium. Which is the most electronegative element? Boron. In the 13th group elements, we are discussing about the 13th group elements only. Okay, and next point, the most electropositive element in 3rd A group or 13th group is most electropositive element. Okay, electropositive nature from the top to bottom in the group, it will be increases. Electropositive nature means electron losing capacity. Losing the electron means that is called electropositivity, or metal nature also losing the capacity, losing electron. Okay, now the most electropositive element, the most electropositive element, electropositive element in 3rd or 13th group element. Electropositive element in 3rd A group, which element? Aluminium. 3rd A group is aluminium. Aluminium is the most electropositive element. Which is the most electronegative element in 3rd A group? Boron. Electronegativity more is a boron, electropositivity more is a aluminium. See the differences, they will ask this type of questions only. Okay, and the compounds of aluminium and gallium are covalent only in the anhydrous state and ionic aqueous solution also. Okay, the compounds of aluminium and gallium are covalent only. For suppose aluminium chloride and gallium chloride. Okay, these are the covalent only. The compounds of aluminium and gallium, so aluminium will form the aluminium chloride and gallium will form gallium chloride. These are the examples. Okay, the compounds, this is a free state, these are the compounds or combined state, aluminium combined with chlorine. Okay, so this is a free state. Free state means only single element is there. Okay, the compounds of aluminium and gallium are covalent only, in the anhydrous state, anhydrous state and ionic in aqueous and ionic in aqueous, ionic in aqueous solution. Okay, SOL means solution. The compounds of aluminum and gallium are covalent only in the anhydrous state and ionic in aqueous solution. Okay. Next point, boron forms an oxide and a nitride when burnt in air. When boron is burnt in the air, it will be form the oxide and nitrides. But aluminum does not undergo any change and remains unreactive because it forms an acyl layer. Aluminum is a metal. Okay, metal nature. For suppose metal is in with air means what happen? That air will be react with metal and form the oxide layer. Okay, that we can call the corrosion. Corrosion means they will react with oxygen and in presence of water to form oxide layer, that is called corrosion. For suppose if we take the iron, if we keep the iron in outside means what will happen? It will be corroded after some time. Okay, corrosion means oxide layer will be formed on the metal, Next point, boron forms on oxide layer. Boron forms oxide and nitride, oxide and nitrides when burnt in the air. When burnt in air. Okay, boron forms oxide and nitride when burnt in air. What about the aluminum? But aluminum does not undergo. But aluminum Al does not undergo. But aluminum does not undergo any change and remains unreact. Any change and remains unreact. It remains unreact because it forms an oxide layer. Due to the forming of oxide layer, because of it forms an oxide layer. It forms an oxide layer because of it forms an oxide layer. Okay, boron forms an oxide and nitride when bond in the air, but aluminum does not undergo any change and remains unreacted because it forms an oxide layer. And next point, at high temperature aluminum gives the nitrides. Okay, at high temperature aluminum gives its nitrides. Okay, at high temperature aluminum gives its nitrides. And next one is the oxidation state. Okay, 13th group elements and their oxidation states. What is the oxidation state? For suppose one element losing or gaining. If it is lost the one electron means it get the if losing electron means we can show the plus. Gain the electron means we can show the minus. Okay, for suppose -1 oxidation state means that the elements are gain the 1 electron. For suppose +1 is there means that elements are lost the 1 electron. Next, oxidation states. oxidation state. The elements are gaining or losing the electrons in a chemical reaction is known as oxidation state. Okay, the common oxidation state of these elements is the common oxidation states. The common oxidation state, the common oxidation states of these elements the common oxidation state of these elements is +3 okay, the common oxidation state of these elements is +3. Boron shows the -3 and +3 oxidation state. Here this point is very important. Boron shows the -3 and +3 oxidation state. Okay, it is called variable oxidation state. Variable valency also we are discussed in the last year. Okay, this is a variable oxidation state, -3 and +3. In the 13th group elements, only boron shows the negative oxidation state. Remaining all elements are shows the positive oxidation state. Positive means plus, that means gains the electron, but boron shows the negative oxidation state as well as positive. Okay, so they will ask the question, which of the following element shows the negative oxidation state in the 13th group elements? Which element? They will give the boron, aluminum, gallium. Which element correct? Boron is a correct answer. +3 oxidation state. And next point, gallium, indium and thallium. Gallium, indium and thallium exist +3 and +1 oxidation state OST. Simply I written OST. OST means oxidation state. Okay, gallium, indium and thallium exhibit the +3 and +1 both oxidation state, variable oxidation state. +3 also they will exhibit and +1 also they will exhibit. Gallium, indium and thallium exist as a +3 and +1 oxidation state. Next, due to inert pair effect, +1 oxidation state of thallium is more stable. Due to inert pair effect, +1 oxidation state +1 oxidation state of thallium is more stable than its +3 oxidation state. Okay, see this point. Due to inert pair effect, +1 oxidation state of thallium is more stable than its +3 oxidation state. Okay, here inert pair effect also in the last year we are discussing. What is the inert pair effect? In the inertial electrons, that means s orbital electrons are not ready to participate in the chemical reaction. They shows the inertness to participate in a chemical reaction, that is called inert pair effect. Okay, for suppose boron is a 1s2 2s2 2p1, atomic number is a 5, so 1s2 2s2 2p1, 1s2 2s2 2p1. This is a boron. For suppose we have to take the boron. I am explaining about the inert pair effect. Okay, here this is a s orbital is there and p orbital is there. Okay, these s electrons, in s orbital electrons, they are not ready to participate in a chemical reaction. They shows the inertness to the participate in a chemical reaction, that that is called inert pair effect. Inertness, they showing the inertness, that is called inert pair effect. The pair of electrons in s orbital shows the inertness to the participate in a chemical reaction, that is called inert pair effect. Due to this inert pair effect, the +1 oxidation state of thallium is more stable than its +3 oxidation state. They will ask the question like this. For thallium, which oxidation state is more stable, +1 or +3? Which is the more stable? Only +1 only more stable than +3. The most stable oxidation state of thallium is +1. Okay. They will ask the they will give the options +1, +3, +2 like that. Which one correct? +1 is correct. Okay. This is about the variation properties of 13th group elements. Okay. Up to here I will ask the questions in the exam, Saturday exam. Okay. Thank you. Okay, thank you all of you. Bye.